In a major policy speech on Thursday, US President Donald Trump is all set to announce a new proposal to overhaul the country's immigration policy that would give preference to foreigners based on merit rather than the existing system that gives preference to family ties, a move that could end the agonizing green card wait for hundreds and thousands of Indian professionals. Brainchild of Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner, the new plan primarily focuses on strengthening border security and revamping the system of green card. Escalating the bruising trade war with China, President Donald Trump has signed an executive order barring American companies from installing the foreign-made telecom equipment deemed a national security threat, a move apparently aimed at banning Chinese giant Huawei from US networks. The decision taken on Wednesday risks escalating tensions with China as the world's two largest economies clash over Huawei. Under the order that will take effect in the coming days, Huawei will need a US government license to buy American technology. India's trade deficit widened to a 5-month high in April due to rise in crude oil imports coupled with muted growth in export amid rising concerns over US-China trade war, government data showed yesterday. The trade deficit, a gap between exports and imports, expanded to $15.33 billion in April 2019. A dozen countries and global tech giants, including Facebook, Google, and Twitter, pledged yesterday to find ways to keep internet platforms from being used to spread hate, organize extremist groups, and broadcast terror attacks. World leaders led by French President Emmanuel Macron and tech executives gathered in Paris to compile a set of guidelines dubbed the Christchurch Call to Action. Part of the attack in New Zealand had been broadcast live on Facebook, drawing public outrage and fueling the debate on how to better regulate social media. Qatar Airways has asked the Indian authorities to allow them to increase the number of seats on their flights to India. Qatar Airways has sought the addition of more seats on high-volume routes such as Mumbai, New Delhi, and Bangalore. The arrangement has been requested on a temporary basis and without formal changes to the existing weekly seat capacity entitlement under the 2009 Qatar-India Bilateral Aviation Framework. Homegrown ride-hailing platform Ola revealed in its regulatory filings sourced from Singapore's Accounting and Corporate Regulatory Authority that it pumped in about $60 million in international operations in the past 15 months. These tranches of funding will equip the cab aggregator in its rivalry with the American giant Uber in international markets, including Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. Chinese President Xi Jinping has promised his Sri Lankan counterpart Maithripala Sirisena full support in combating terrorism and boost the country's counter-terrorism capabilities nearly a month after the massive Easter Sunday bombings. Expressing China's strong condemnation of the terror attacks in Sri Lanka, Xi said China is ready to stand alongside the Sri Lankan government and people. IndiGo yesterday announced that it will start 6 new domestic flights to and from Kolkata from July 20th. Moreover, the No Frills airline said it will start a 3rd direct flight on Delhi-Kathmandu route from July 4th. IndiGo is the country's largest carrier as it had 44.3% share of the domestic passenger market in the first quarter of 2019 according to DGCA data.